JD Vance just gave an impressive response to everyone who is fearing AI.
Let me shift to AI for 1 second. I think it was February. I want to get the date right. You went to France and then you went to Germany, and these were two incredibly iconic speeches. One on AI and then one at the Munich Security Conference. And I think it was in many ways, an incredible moment where you just started to establish American priorities again abroad. Can you
Sure.
just go into the strategy of those speeches and where they came from and just the bigger arc of the first 6 to 9 months and what the goals were?
Yeah, so for the AI summit, the president really wanted me to do this. And of course, happy to go to Paris and give a speech and talk about American priorities. But there was this big moment we thought we had an opportunity to sort of plant our flag and say, America is done with the overregulating, with the constant worrying about the future. We're going to lean into the future. We're going to embrace the future and try to make sure America dominates in the future. And that's such a radical departure from both the safetyism of the Biden administration, but also, frankly, the safetyism of a lot of our friends in Europe. And I had been, there for about 24 hours. I'd met with Emmanuel Macron, the leader of France, had a good conversation, and a lot of the other people in Europe. And the thing that I kind of picked up is that they're so terrified about the problems with AI. And to be clear, there are problems with AI. But if you're so terrified with the problems with AI, you don't actually embrace the potential,
Right.
then you're going to get the worst of the problems without any of the benefits
Right.
of the upside of it.
Right.
And that's what I think was so broken about our administration's approach during the Biden years. And it's what's so different about our actual administration here during the Trump years. So our attitude is, yeah, there are some consumer protection issues. There are some data privacy issues. We don't want the AI companies to do what the big tech companies did in 2020 and 2021, which is steal people's data and then censor an entire large swath of the American people for saying things that were said to be conspiracies, but later turned out to be true. We're not going to do that. But we're also going to embrace innovation. We're going to make sure that America stays at the leading edge of the artificial intelligence boom. And we think when that happens, it's going to create a lot of jobs. It's going to create a lot of productivity. We talked about agriculture. I think it's going to lead to a new food revolution where we can grow a lot more food on a lot less land. There's just a whole host of things that being forward focused on technology can bring to this country. And that is the story. I think the story of American entrepreneurship and American economic growth is that when we grow through technology and development and productivity, that enters to the benefit of all Americans and makes us more powerful and more wealthy. When we try to grow our economy, frankly, through importing cheap labor, that I think is a dead end. We've taken that pathway for far too long in this country. The Trump administration is going to take a different path.